Hi, my name's Jen. I'm from Springboard Pilates in Portland, Maine, and I have Meredith here with me today, and we're going to go through a gentle TheraBand, both Pilates mat and stretch routine. So Meredith, if you could please grab a hold of your TheraBand. If you don't have a TheraBand at home, you can use a yoga strap or even a belt can work. The TheraBand is nice because it has the stretchy quality. The first thing we'll do is a variation on the 100. The TheraBand, you'll bend the knees into your chest so you can take that TheraBand around the legs, lower your feet down to the floor, place the TheraBand under your knees, and hold on to it between your hands. Your arms should be straight and there should be tension on the strap or the band. You'll draw the knees into your chest and then take a nice big deep breath in, and on an exhale lift your head and shoulders and your arms above the mat, and you begin to pump your arms straight up and down, breathing in for 5 counts and breathing out for 5 counts. So we want those arms to be straight, and you do want some tension on that strap so that it does feel like it's serving a purpose. To challenge the exercise more, you'll press your heels together, take your legs up towards the ceiling. To challenge your exercise even more, you'll begin to lower the legs away from you, making sure you can maintain an abdominal scoop. That's the abdominals drawing in and up towards the spine, towards the heart. You want to have a tension-free neck with enough space underneath your chin for a lemon. Let's do 3 more sets, Meredith. Nice deep breaths, full exhalations. And last one, breathing all the breath out, pausing the pumping, bending the knees into your chest, lowering your head and shoulders down and releasing the band. Go ahead and take your the band out from underneath you. The next exercise is called the roll up. You'll place the feet down onto the floor. You can do this with straight legs or bent knees. If the knees are bent, you'll have the heels pressing into the mat and the toes flexed or curled back towards you. Take the band into your hands and the band up towards the ceiling. You want that tension on the strap, arms shoulder distance apart. On an inhale, lift the head up between the arms, and on an exhale, begin to roll your spine off the mat, trying to peel each vertebra off of the mat one at a time. When the arms come parallel to the mat, you'll take another breath in, and exhale, begin to roll your spine back down onto the mat, starting with the lower spine, the mid spine, the upper spine, and the head comes down last. To challenge the exercise, the arms can stretch back behind you, making sure to keep your front ribs down and your belly toned. Inhale, the arms come up towards the sky, the head follows. Exhale, peel that spine off, creating equal space between each bone on your spine. Begin your roll down on an exhale, feeling the strong abdominal scooping all the way through, creating more length in your spine, more decompression in your spine. Let's do one more, Meredith. Inhale. Nice deep exhalation, peeling you up, getting through that hard spot all the way up to the top. See how she has that nice round curve in her spine. And here she'll start to stretch that spine as it begins to come back down into the mat, one bone at a time. For a stretch, to straighten your legs, flex your feet, feel your arms stretching away from the heels, reaching, creating opposition in your body, full length through your torso, even feeling an opening across the front of your hips. Take one more deep, full breath in, and then on an exhale, just relax your arms, relax your feet. We'll come into a shoulder bridge. You'll bend your knees. The strap now will wrap around the front of your ankles. The feet then come back down onto the floor. They're hips distance apart. You want your arms straight just like they were in the 100 and in the roll-up, and have some tension onto the strap. To do the shoulder bridge, lift your hips up. And here you start to pull back on the strap so that you can feel the triceps pressing into the mat. You can feel the back of the head pressing into the mat. And you create some length through the torso by reaching your tailbone towards your knees. The hips should be higher than the chest, so it's less of a chest opener and more of a hip opener. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, you'll sequence your spine back down into the mat, beginning with your upper spine, and then your middle, and then your lower. Make sure there's a full release of the pelvis before you begin again. You take a breath, you open up those hips, you stretch your spine long, and then exhale, you continue to stretch your spine as you sequence it down, being mindful not to pull on the neck, the shoulders, even the face sometimes can get tense. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, lift. Stretch through the arms, feel the armpits starting to open up. And then exhale as you roll down through the spine, continuing to feel those armpits stretching open away from the pelvis that's releasing. Once you experience the full release of the pelvis down, you can relax the strap. We'll go into some hamstring stretching. You'll take the strap off the front of your ankles, bend your right knee into your chest, and take the strap around the ball of the right foot. Stretch that leg right up towards the sky. So we say towards the sky, but it's really just a directional. For some of you with tight hamstrings, the leg may be much lower. You do want to make sure that the leg can straighten, that the right sit bone is reaching towards the left heel. And then the arms could be bent or straight, but the chest should remain open and the neck soft, the face muscles soft. To deepen the stretch here, the bottom leg, reach out through the back of the leg, reach out through the heel, keep that foot flexed, and then really extend through that right side waist, reaching the right sit bone towards the left heel even more. And then we add on to the stretch by taking the strap into the right hand. We'll turn that whole right leg out inside the hip joint, so way up into the leg, and then you'll let the leg open out to the right any amount while trying to keep the left hip bone down onto the mat. Very hard to do. The other challenge about this pose is not to hike the hip up and really shorten up through that right waist, but keep that right waist long by continuing to reach the right sit bone to the left heel. You should feel a nice inner groin stretch. You'll take a breath in, and on an exhale, bring the leg back up to the ceiling. We'll now get a nice twist through the body, switching the hand on the strap, pressing that right thigh away from you, maybe even using your right hand if that's helpful. Yes, lifting that leg up and across your body. The hip will pick up as well. The hips begin to stack, so now maybe you're going to need your right hand to help you stay down onto the mat with your right shoulder. So now if you want to deepen this stretch, you take your gaze out past the right shoulder. And just like the last two exercises, reaching your right sit bone down towards the left heel to keep the waist long. Take a big, beautiful breath in, and on an exhale, draw the leg back up through center. You can always at home pause this and take more breaths in each one of these stretches. The next is figure 4 stretch. You don't need the strap for this. You'll take it right off and place it onto the left. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, either staying here or drawing the left knee into your chest, threading your hands through the legs, holding behind the left leg. Helpful to keep both feet flexed in order to protect the knee joints. Figure 4 is a hip opener, so we want to make sure we're opening the hip and not just the knee. Take a full breath here and a full exhale, deepening the stretch on the breath. And then releasing the legs. We'll switch sides. Left knee comes into the chest. The band goes around the ball of the left foot. And stretching that leg towards the sky. Opposite leg is either bent or straight. With Meredith using the straight leg variation, she's going to really work with a scissoring-like action. So reaching through that right leg, feeling the full length from the top of the shoulder down to the heel. At the same time, there's as much energy lifting up out of the left hip and up out of the left heel. Equal and opposite energies. Let's take a full breath here. A full exhale, always being mindful of your breath, taking the strap into the left hand, Turning that whole leg bone out from the hip. External rotation. Take the leg out to the left. Meredith's using her hand onto that right hip bone to try to keep that right leg in place. You can also bend the left elbow, that's the one holding the strap, and place that elbow down onto the mat or the floor to help support the weight of the leg. Feel the stretch from the pubic bone right out through the inner thigh to the heel. Take a breath in and exhale the leg back up to center. She'll switch the grip on the strap and go into the twist. There's still some external rotation in that left leg as the left sit bone reaches for the right heel. You may notice that the bottom leg does turn so that the whole lower body is twisting. You should feel a deep stretch and twist through that lower spine, the lumbar spine. Take a breath here, and then on the way up, exhaling the breath out. And we go into figure 4, releasing the strap off to the side, bending the right knee, either staying here or taking that right knee into the chest, holding behind that right leg, keeping the feet flexed, and opening the chest so that there should be some stretch, a feeling of a stretch coming from the center of the sternum out towards the shoulders. So we haven't lost any of that work that we gained when we did the Pilates exercises with the band. Take one more breath here, and then you can release. Hug both knees into your chest, give them a nice squeeze, and then you can rock yourself up to seated or roll to one side to come to seated. So sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position, you'll take the TheraBand in between your hands for some shoulder stretching. The hands are about shoulder distance apart, maybe a little wider depending on your tightness. You'll take the band at about chest height, and then inhale the arms up towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, pull out on the strap and bring that strap or that band right behind the head. Here you'll really start to feel the work as you stretch out from the center of your body to your hands. And then inhale, the arms come back up towards the sky, and exhale as the arms come forward. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up, chest opens. Exhale, arms stretch wide. Feeling external rotation at the top of the shoulders, the tops of the arms. Inhale the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale the arms forward. Now we'll go back into that one last time, but with an add-on. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, the arms go back. Now you're going to keep your arms here. This is the challenge. Really reach wide into that strap. Inhale, the spine picks all the way up to the sky. Exhale, twist your body to the right. So that's your spine and your rib cage twisting. You'll inhale back into center and exhale, twist to the other side. Feeling like you're moving along a central axis through your body. Inhale up through center. Exhale, twist right. And one more time, inhale, lift the spine, breathe it up, and exhale, twist the whole shape, twist that rib cage. Come back into center. Now you can take those arms up towards the ceiling, and exhale your arms forward and down. And that will complete our sequence. Thank you, Meredith.